The pitch. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Man at second. Bounce to the left side. 2 out. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. At the very bottom, hitting 9th, Joey Wiemer.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting in a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Christian Yelich stands in now and watches strike 1.
Ooh, here's a guy at the plate I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games. More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that will end the inning. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Back here in L.A. and towing the Lab here, Aaron Ashby.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses. Himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Shohei Ohtani in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. And he hits a ground ball right side, and he handles it himself for the out.
Batting second.
Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Of course, one of the best players in the game today, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, he's been putting up some huge power numbers, and opposing pitchers know that they can't make mistakes to him. In fact, they probably circle him pregame, making sure that if they're in a situation where their back is against the wall, they're going to find a way to pitch around him. Players that are in the top 5 in slugging percentage in the league really don't get overlooked.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swings through it for the K. Up with it, fires to first. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Betts jumps out of the way of the first pitch. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Falling behind 2-1.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Check swing, went around. It's 2-2.
2 strikes.
Two outs, base is empty. And another ball. Freddie Freeman to bat next. Turns and fires to Betts. To third, Suarez. Over to first, and Betts is set down. Third out, and that ends the frame. Dodgers down in order. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Second inning set to go. And now here is Luis Rengifo. The right-hander back to work. Ohtani measures 6 feet 4 inches. 30 years old now. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
And the right-hander deals. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
And a pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really... dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez up to hit now.
Inside.
Inside, just missed. All right, Singer, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Edge of the zone, called a strike. And it's 2-1. No score here in the second. And that one wrapped foul.
He was ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it and hit it hard. Had the distance, but just too much hook to it. So you might want to make a little bit of an adjustment, let it travel a little more, and see if you can keep that thing fair.
Next for the Brewers, Owen Miller. Had the day off yesterday. And a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
And the righty deals. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Good eye in that spot.
It's a good take.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, here's the veteran first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And here it comes. That one misses. Ball one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Pitch misses inside, and it's 2-0. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And the pitch. Check swing. Did it go? Yes, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's down and away. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Fraley grabs it on the run.
Batting fifth. Third baseman.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
A little bit low. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Hard hit, right side. In plenty of time to first. They get the out on Muncy.
Batting fifth. The second baseman.
Drury to the plate. Hard hit left side. Whips it across. Inning over. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. We'll move to the third with no score.
As my enemies surround me, I'ma still stay this proudly. I am blessed, never pressed with my angels all around.
And we're back on to the third inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Tyler Black. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. And that one is inside ball one. That's in there. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Joey Weimer in the box with one away as he takes ball one.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Now at the plate, Sal Frelick. Reached on an infield single his first time. Breaking ball through there for a strike. On the ground, Betts whips it to first on the run, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Brewers go down quietly, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here in LA as we go to the last of the third, and up to the plate is Will Smith. That one catches the zone. 0-1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last moment.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Not a whole lot behind that pitch. It's off speed, but it still stings. Getting hit by a fastball is a whole different story.
Adam Duvall at the plate. And fouled off. Smith on at first, nobody out. Next offering is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss, down on strikes. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
He's struggled to make contact lately, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike. Ripped towards third, quickly to second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 innings complete. We're tied 0-0. All set for the start of the inning. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Garrett Mitchell. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The pitch.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
At the belt and fires. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit, and that's a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Go-ahead run on base, and now it's William Contreras. First pitch misses.
Counts 1-0.
Righty delivers. Just off the inside edge.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The pitch. Out of the zone and a called strike.
But he's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And here's a 3-2. And a swing and a miss. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout. And there's one away.
Now, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
That's to third. Muncy sends it to first. Yelich out on the play.
The batter number 2, second baseman,
Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Went down on strikes his first time through. And a foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And that one's a little bit low. And the count even 1-1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Swings and misses. That ends the frame. So 1 hit is all they get. And midway in the 4th, no score. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now here is Shohei Ohtani. As the lefty gets to work. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time. And there's a ball. That one misses. 3-2 now. Left-hand batter waits. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, that could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
Outman takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And now the lefty, runner on the move, pitches low. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if we can steal it back, get in the scoring position.
The Dodgers still looking for their first hit in this one. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now it's Mookie Betts. There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. Outman aboard here at first with nobody out. Now 1-1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Bounce to third. Sneaks through. Base hit. Lead runner touches second. Headed for third. To third. Tag. Got him.
As a base runner right there, you're making the call yourself. This ball is clearly in front of you, and you've got to know for sure if you're going to be able to make it safely to third. That time he was wrong as a really nice throw came into third.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Fly to left his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
The 0-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. The 0-2.
Ball.
One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Line and a base hit into right. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here comes Max Muncy. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-1's the count.
Kicks and fires. Traffic on the bases with one already in. You're in game one of this three-game set. That one missed.
2 strikes.
Just
Inside,
missed. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Brandon Drury steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Swings through that one.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second.
1 ball.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Here comes a pitch. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. That's down and in. First and second, 2 down. Got him. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0.
Give it all you got. You can never be like me. Yeah, I push until I bleed. And I keep it so 100, not afraid to show my teeth. You can never be like me. Yeah, I push.
Ready now for the 5th inning. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. The pitch. Swing and a foul straight back. Suarez, a former All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Venezuela. And that one missing low. A 1-1 is cut on and missed to the pitch upstairs. And he deals.
Oh, that's good.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Miller batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. That's a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Struck him out swinging. And that puts him just 1K away from 200 on the year.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
Black stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. The Brewers down by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. And there's the ball. They say you win.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Right-hander kicks, deals. That's the 3rd. The throw to first. And Milwaukee is set down in order. Nobody left for Milwaukee. They still trail 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
And it skips in the dirt. Check swing. He went. And that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Down on strikes. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And the batter now, Adam Duvall. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swings and misses. And it's 0-1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. 2 outs, base is empty. Teoscar Hernandez will hit next. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
0-1.
Check swing, but he went too far. And that is strike 2. That's ripped. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hernandez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1. And the slider just misses. Snap throw to first. Hernandez back easily.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Two outs. And another ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Kicks and deals. And that's ball 4.
Oh, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw one. And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Aaron Ashby out of the game. Dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Pitching change here, J.B. Bukowskis.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So first and second with 2 outs. James Outman, the next to hit, 1 for 2. Not even close there. And it's 1-0. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Obi Milner getting loose out there. McGill, the right-hander, also getting loose. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Now all even up. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 1-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Started the 6th, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Joey Wheeler. The pitch. Just missed.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Next offering is in for a strike. And the pitch. Fought off foul. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's his 200th strikeout of the season.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with 2 strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
Next to hit, Sal Frelick. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering upstairs.
2-0.
And that's a strike. 1 down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Here's a 2-2. On the ground, right side. Freeman tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. Garrett Mitchell now at the plate. Hammered, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, catcher.
And now the catcher comes up to him. William Contreras. And a good eye there.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
That one called a strike. And the count 1-1. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Runner takes off. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Hauls it in to end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Brewers nothing. Well, we go bottom 6. Here's Mookie Betts now. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
There's a strike to Mookie. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kobe Milner preparing to come on if needed. Oh, and 2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Righty to the plate. Betts takes low. Ripped to short. And Betts is gone.
Number 5. Ready.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Left-hand hitter waits. Right side, Miller. Steps on first for the out.
Good fade and sinking action in that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Number 13. Max.
And now it's Max Muncy. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Brandon Drury. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. Muncy off of first with 2 away. So now 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
Right now, ain't no time to wait. Putting blood, sweat, and tears in it every day. We the hardest in the room, that's a heavyweight. Whoa. And we ready to go. We done put in the work, and we ready to show. Better tell them right now that we ready.
Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th, and now it's going to be Christian Yelich. The pitch. And ball 1. That's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And he grounds 1 to the right side. Throws to first in time. Yelich out on the play.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Now here is Luis Rengifo. That one missing inside. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2.
Struggled a little bit in this one. A couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next.
Eugenio Suarez up now for the Brewers. This to third. Gets it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Brewers go down quietly. Still behind by a count of 1-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Taylor Clark.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Hit hard, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now it's going to be Adam Duvall. His home and away splits there. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Smith gets his lead at first with nobody out. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And the slider just misses.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And the righty deals. That's hard hit in the line. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
So up next, Teoscar Hernandez. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count. Just a poor at bat.
So the batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that's a base hit. Throw in hopes the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play.
Looking for some insurance. Or as our friends down in the South would say,
insurance.
No matter how you say it, we know what you mean.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. First and second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That misses. And the count 1-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Dodgers strand a couple, but they lead it 1-0. New pitcher for the Dodgers, J.P. Firehouse.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And a pitch. Fastball for a strike.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. That one in there across the letters.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
That one not close. 2-2. And the slider just misses.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Bunting for a hit, he pops it up. On the run, throw to first. One attempt doesn't work, they get the out. And now the right fielder, Joey Weimer. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Fireeisen, 32 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin. Off the mark there, 2-0. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
1 strike.
Right-handed reliever. Swings over the top of that one.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Sal Frelick up next for the Brewers. And a pitch. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Little chopper rolls foul.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Fouled off. He was late.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Strike 3, got him swinging. Third out. Milwaukee leaves 1, and it remains 1-0. On the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Bobby Milner.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Now it's Mookie Betts, known for his late inning heroics. The pitch. And that one's a little bit low. And that is ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Outside low, and it's 2-1. And now the lefty, and another ball. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
So, man aboard, Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. Movement in the bullpen. Bryce Wilson getting ready to go. McGill also throwing. Here's your 1. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is down low. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Max Muncy at the dish, and he swings through that one.
0-1.
Betts stands at first with 1 out. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-2. At the belt and fires. Struck him out looking. Brandon Drury steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
0-1's the count.
And strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for L.A., but they're on top 1-0. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now the number 2 hitter, Garrett Mitchell. To the mound now, they turn to Blake Trinan.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can, so it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Here comes a pitch. The hit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. And the right-hander deals. Hot shot to 3rd. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
And here's the catcher, William Contreras.
Well, I got a chance to meet William during spring training as he was coming up trying to get to the big leagues, and this kid's got some ridiculous pop. Watched him on the backfields taking batting practice. All of his coaches would just kind of roll their eyes and say, this kid's going to be great, without actually saying the words. Then later that season, I got a chance to chat with Wilson, big brother, and ask him about little brother, and he smiled as well. Said, yeah, he's good, and gave me that look that I think he might be better than me eventually.
Check swing went around. That's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Bounced up the middle. And that one finds its way through. And that puts the tying run on base.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
And now it's Christian Yelich. And the 1-0. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. The pitch. And another ball. And here it comes.
We got a 4 count.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
Righty delivers. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Line drive. That's a fair ball inside third. Hernandez quickly throws it in. And they hold the lead runner at second. Potential tying run now in scoring position.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
The 0-1.
That's the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And he deals. Up and in, 2-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
So the tying run at second.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Fastball to letters, throws in for strike 3.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So it's their last chance in this one. Eugenio Suarez digs in now. Just missed. Gallo finds the corner. Strike 1.
1-1.
One strike away.
2 balls.
Squirts away a little bit. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
Get this dope. Now don't let me catch you slipping, cause I always got that. You might run up and your crib and take whatever we can get. Beat the up for it, but we gon' run off with it. All them hundreds on the counter, cause that paper counterfeit. And I'm
Man, what you talking about? I'm trying to get paid. You know, it's whatever. I'm down for